Hello, and welcome to filling out your FRPA for the 2021 reporting year. Um, First off, if you need any assistance with the FRPA, we encourage you to get in to either use the FIS website and go to colorado.edu/FIS/FRPA, or please email OFA facultydata@colorado.edu. Now I'll be shortly switching over to the FRPA. Welcome to the FRPA. The easiest way to access this is through your MyCU info. If you go to CU Boulder and sign in, you should see a link to the FRPA from either your teaching tools tab, or it may be on the front set of tiles here under faculty reporting and DEPA. And if you click on the little clipboard, you will get a login to FRPA button here. And if you click that, you'll be logged into FRPA. And you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. So welcome to the FRPA Online, the tool that we use for the FRPA data collection. On the homepage, just a couple of notes that I would like to point out. One, on the top banner, you will see a number of different buttons for different activities. One is you do have the ability now to enter activities for the 2022 reporting year. I would advise that we are working on the 2021 reporting year now, so be very careful if you switch to the forthcoming year. Also along the top, we have a number of links to support materials, including the FRPA activity codes, which if you click will take you over to this page. I would encourage those faculty who are new to CU Boulder to spend some time looking at the activity codes and seeing how they potentially do or do not map to your CV. And if you have any questions, definitely talk with your colleagues, your chair, or even the Office of Faculty Affairs for how these codes are best used. There also is an FAQ and a help button that take you to additional resources. And the last thing I want to point out is there is a feedback button here at the top. This goes right to us at OFA Faculty Data, and we are very interested in hearing from you. The system is built to support you, the faculty, and so we always enjoy hearing your feedback and learning more about how we can help. So that's kind of the top bar. The rest of the homepage really is just to sort of orient you and show you, what's going on with your FRPA. So I'd actually encourage folks to go ahead and once you've, thought about this, go ahead and just dive in to the categories here on the left. You will see an outreach button under non-FRPA reports. This just brings together all of the outreach and displays it in one place. And since outreach is not a required element of the FRPA, I'm going to skip this for now. If you are interested, please reach out to the Outreach and Engagement Office. They're always happy to discuss getting more information about how faculty are doing outreach and engaging with the community. So just another brief orientation to the FRPA Online. As I mentioned, down the left-hand side, there are a number of different categories that are organized into two main buckets, sort of Section A and Section B. And then there is a Section C, but that's mostly about sort of finishing the FRPA. Just describing them generally, Section A is mainly about profile information for the CU experts page. So much of this information that you give here will be sourced to these CU experts profiles, which you can visit at experts.colorado.edu. Jumping in, you will have to sign a disclosure. And I would recommend, reading through this and taking a look. The information on the FRPA is generally public, but there are certain areas within the FRPA that are not public, but though may be subject to the Colorado Open Records Act. Please contact OFA Faculty Data if you have any questions on that. The next block I will go to is Vitas, and this is where your unit will require you to upload a new Vita each year as part of the FRPA process. There are two Vitas. There's both a public and an internal Vita. The public Vita is displayed on your CU Experts profile as an available link for those in the external community who would want to check out your CV. So you'll see here on Michelle Moses's page, here is her CV that she's uploaded using the FRPA system. The internal Vita is designed to be used for if you want to have things like social security numbers or your children's names, or really highly sensitive research that you need to be able to share with your committee. So say you have a DoD grant that you can't tell the public, but you need to be able to tell your chair and merit committee, you can use that internal Vita. So if you click on the black button, you'll see there's some instructions, and then if you hit choose file for either the internal or the public Vita, you can pull up a finder to find where you've kept a copy of your PDF CV. So if you do for any reason want to, you can have both an internal and a public Vita. You also can, if you just upload a new Vita, it will clear the old Vita. But also if you need, you can delete the public Vita using this button as well. So the next category is profile name. Profile name, we get information in our faculty information system from the HCM system run by HR, but we do also pull in some data from the CU directory and give you the option of what name you want to use on CU Experts. If you click edit preferred name, you can overwrite the name that's displayed on CU Experts, and this will not overwrite anything in the HR HCM systems. And then if you wish to display an administrative or academic title within your FRPA for your merit committee, you can add this edit administrative titles just by adding your title here and then clicking save. The next area on the left is the profile photo. Please use the upload photo to upload a headshot or other photo that you would like to use on your CU Experts profile. If you do not have a headshot or professional photo, the Strategic Relations Office can be contacted, and there's more information on the CU Experts website, the how to update your information on CU Experts site that is located at how to update CU Experts profile data that talks about how to get a headshot. So if you upload this picture, there is a slight delay between upload and display on your CU Experts profile. So just know that there may be a slight delay there. The next category is ORCID, and for those faculty who are not familiar with ORCID, I encourage you to do a little research. It's the ORCID is the Open Researcher and Contributor ID. It's a national and international not-for-profit that's trying to build a system that will help with author disambiguation, as well as to move metadata about publications and grants and other scholarly objects around the web. So if you have a ORCID and you have not and you're not seeing it displayed here, please email it to OFA faculty data. That includes even if you've uploaded it via the OIT onboarding process, please go ahead and email it to us again. We're still working to bring all of the campus systems together. So the ORCID can be used, it will display on your CU Experts profile, and you will also, it will display here if it's present. If it's not, like I said, please email us. The next section is international activities, and we've been working with the Chancellor's Office and the GEO Group and others on collecting information about what activities faculty are participating in around the world. To add international activities, you'll click on the black button. that will pull up a menu where if you have entries from 2020, you'll be able to copy those over. If you potentially did not have any entries or you would like to update your entries, especially in light of the last couple of years, you can click no, or you should see this page come up if you are brand new to the FRPA. So answer a few short questions. Were you involved with international research, scholarly, creative, or teaching activities? Yes or no? And then if yes, we'll ask a few more questions. Whether, like, what type of work you've done. For the newer faculty, this often may add a little more time, but once you've added this information, once, it can often be carried over from year to year. So you can include countries that you've worked in. You can also include general regions, and then also check if you'd be willing to work with the global engagement offices, and then there's an acknowledgements. We also have Aruba. We've also added a foreign institutions database. And so we're really interested potentially in the future in being able to link the work that our faculty are doing with foreign institutions. And so we've intentionally left this fairly vague. Please let us know the institutions that you've worked with. There's a fairly large database that can be searched here. So let me put in Nicole. And you'll see, a wide list. You can also filter by country. Clicking on one or using the carets will move them back and forth. There also is another box if you have worked with institutions that are not contained in this master list. Please fill that out here. There's also then, if you've worked for a non-governmental organization or an NGO, there also is, there may be a subsequent page to identify NGOs as well. So that's the international activities. Please let us know if you have any questions at that OFA faculty data. The next part of the profile is the research and expertise area. That can be updated by, again, clicking on Edit Research and Expertise. There is a controlled vocabulary that we use that is from the SPIN that we have populated this with. So it is fairly general. So you feel free to use the search and look for the items that fit your career. Again, double clicking or using the carets to move between. We also recommend adding additional keyword terms that are sort of your author supplied keyword terms. And this is designed to be more specific than those research terms above. So, please just use lowercase and separate with a comma so that we can parse them out. We also then have the ability for you to upload a web page URL. And so, the one thing we ask is that this is, about you. And so, please don't just put a page that does not have anything that relates back to you, the faculty member. Then the next areas are some overviews. And so we have both a general research overview. And again, take a look at CU experts. I think, you should be able, I'll pull up Michelle Moses, you should be able to get a sense of the types of this is a description of you and your research that, may say a little bit about both your research, but also maybe your teaching as well as your style. So, definitely take a look around CU experts at people in your department or other people to see what they've written. There also then is a sensitive research overview, which does not get displayed publicly. Again, this is shared with your committee and your chair. So if there are parts of your career that you want to make sure that internal audiences like that have access to, but not the general public, that can be displayed here. We also, a few years ago, added a sort of non-specialist piece. And this is the Strategic Relations and Communications Office asked us to add this box to let you, the faculty member, tell your sort of work story and the impact of your work. And so this is designed to be, read by a non-specialist and, really to get a reporter or a writer up to speed on your work quickly. So again, this is not designed to change often. This one especially, I think, is designed to sort of stay static year over year. So those of you new to the FRPA may want to take a look at this before the 31st of January, just so that you're not overwhelmed. So that's the end of the research and expertise piece. The last two sections are mostly optional information that, again, we are collecting for our colleagues over in strategic relations. And so we have added a social media area where if you are interested, and again, this is only if you are interested, you can add your Twitter or LinkedIn pages or other social media. If you have a scholarly Instagram, you can add that here. We also give a space for additional other research profiles. So we'll show your webpage URL if available, but also if you keep your Google Scholar profile up to date or your ResearchGate, or if you're still using academia.edu, you can upload those links here. You also then will see other identifiers, so ORCIDs, Scopus ID, Figshare ID, any of those, and some of these will display on your CU Experts profile in this left-hand bar. So that's the end of online presence. Again, this is an optional area, and contact us if you have any questions. The last area in section A, the profile area, is going to be the media expertise area. So again, you can edit the media expertise by clicking over here. There are a few questions. So the first one is, identify where you are a expert for the media. This will go over to the strategic media relations team and give them a sense of what you're an expert in. You also then can identify languages that you speak. And so they will know who to talk to get, if they're contacted by foreign journalists or for foreign stories. So this I believe does display on your CU Experts profile as well. And then also we have another, if you speak a language that somehow is not in this very massive list, you can always add the other languages you speak here, so that strategic relations will know to get in touch with you if that's what you want. So I'm going to pause there. That is the end of section A, and I moved very quickly through it. Again, this is mostly profile information. The disclosures and the Vita are required as you fill out your FRPA. Much of the other information is optional. I would advise, take a look at your CU Experts profile and see if there are areas that are missing information, and you can update them as you go through your FRPA. So section B is what we often call the meat and potatoes of the FRPA. This is really your annual report. And so again, we encourage you to sort of move down the left-hand column and make sure that you scan every one of these items. I'm going to start at the top with summary, and we'll work my way to the bottom. So under the summary category, we have, if you click the button, you may, if you've been here for a while, you may see a copy for last year. If not, and you need to add a new activity summary, you can add that. There is new as of last year, we now have 2 different summaries. So I'd encourage you to talk to folks in your department, but the 201 annual activity summary is designed to let you talk about all of the work that you've done at a high level. So the 10 classes you taught, the 30 papers you published, the hundreds of students you mentored, that all goes in this area. And we've heard over the years that faculty oftentimes use this as kind of a good yearly reminder of what they accomplished as they go up for comp or tenure review. And so, we encourage you to fill this out. We also, as of last year, have added a new 299 pandemic activity summary. This is a new summary designed to let you, the faculty member, talk about the effect that the global COVID-19 pandemic has had on your academic career. The one thing we ask is that you don't include health information for you, your relatives, or others, as the information on the FRPA is correlable. But this is a space for you to talk about how the pandemic has affected your teaching, research, service, travel to conferences, etc. So you'll have the ability to select a code, type a description, click save and add another, or save, and you will be done. So that is the annual activity summary. The next section is teaching. Within teaching, you'll see a couple of buttons. You will see, if you have entries from last year, you'll see copy from last year. If you need to add teaching activities, you can do so by clicking the add teaching activities. You'll select an activity code, such as, principal dissertation advisor, add a description, dissertation advisor for Matt Ramey. If you would like, there is an activity comments field. This is an area that is not part of the formal activity description. This is, just an area for you to talk to your committee. Also, new for 2021, there is the new equity and diversity module. This includes seven new checkboxes that are designed to help you, the faculty member, talk about how this activity helped support the values of equity and diversity on the CU Boulder campus. And so you'll see we have a number of new categories, as well as then a description box, either to supplement the use of one of these checkboxes or to provide additional description. So we know there will be many questions about how these checkboxes and this description box are meant to be used. We, for this year, very much encourage you, the faculty member, to get in touch with your units, your chairs, your merit salary committees, or your merit committees, because the Office of Faculty Affairs is relying on the units themselves to help provide guidance and instruction to the faculty on how best the units are going to want to see this information. So this equity and diversity module is going to be available in all of the other sections in section B. And so the idea and design around this is that equity and diversity, activities that support equity and diversity, oftentimes cross-cut. And so we have intentionally brought in a checkbox and labeling scheme that will be consistent across the categories, such that we hopefully will be able to look at how the support for equity and diversity activities through faculty careers or how faculty support equity and diversity through the various activities in their careers. Additionally, at the bottom, there is the optional outreach area, where you again can use some checkboxes or a description box to talk about how this teaching activity supports the campus goals of outreach. So after you enter your activity and click save, you can either click save or save and add another. You'll be taken back to this home page. If you need to edit an item, you can click on the pencil. If you need to add an equity and diversity description, you can add it here. Or if you need to add an outreach item, you can also go back here. So that's the teaching category. There also, if you are a faculty member who teaches courses that are on record with the registrar, you'll see this import button will be highlighted for you. And if you click on it, will display information about the courses that you've taught that the registrar has on record for you. And so hopefully that will be an easy way to add a number of the activity code 320 courses taught. So instead of having to fill it out by hand, you'll be able to use that import function. So the next category is scholarly works. Scholarly works and creative works function a little bit differently. Both of them utilize our campus research information management tool, CU Boulder Elements. You can, for the scholarly works, right now we are only putting in some of your broader sort of scholarly works into the CUBE system. There is a button here. Some of the scholarly activities, such as published reviews or popular press or papers that are presented but not published, can go directly into the FRPA by picking a code, by adding an activity description. Some of the other items, such as journal articles, books, book chapters, refereed conference proceedings, do have to go into the CUBE system. And so you can link there by clicking this link or by clicking import from CUBE here. Those will both take you to a new page. You'll log in using your identikey, username, and password. And from here, you should have the ability to either claim or reject publications that have been found by the automated data sources. So I could claim this publication as mine if I had to. Or there are ways from the front page to add. You'll see the add button here. You can add any of the various types of works that are required to go through. Certain ones of these, like journal article, have nice features like a DOI search. The DOI is the digital object identifier. So there is a way to look up quickly using the DOI. If the DOI is not functioning or you are needing to add a creative work, you'll have to skip this page, but then you'll be able to enter the details on your item on this page using the question marks to get more help, as well as following the asterisks to find out which are required. One note about CUBE and the import to FRPA function. The import function is designed to look for the presence of a date that falls within the reporting year. So when you are entering creative works or publications in CUBE, make sure that it has a 2021 either start date or end date, or for a publication date, or an online publication date. That way, the FRPA online system will know that it is a current publication and it will be able to pull it in for you. So once you have imported that publication, you should see it show up here. Give me just a second. Hopefully this works for me. If not, when publications are available for import and you click this, you'd click this button and it would pull up a menu where you then would be able to assign the activity code. Let me just add a new book and see if we can make this go a little faster. This is the problem with a live demo. Okay, so we're going to add a new book. And we'll add it with, so, for the book, you'll see there's only certain metadata fields that we require. So Matthew Ramey's book, publisher, Houghton Mifflin. And we'll put 2021, and this should then pull across within a few moments. So let's see. Again, I apologize that this is not working for this live demo. Generally, you should see articles, books, and your creative works pop up fairly shortly after they are entered into the Cube system. So for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and move on, but please contact OFA faculty data with any and all questions about using Cube and how the FRPA import works. As I mentioned, the creative works function very similarly. You'll see in Cube, we have boiled all of the various creative work codes down into these 6 sort of broad buckets. The metadata, it will be different for each of these broad types of creative works. Pick the one that fits best. You will have the ability, once you're in your FRPA, to assign that more granular code. The next section is grants. Again, so the next few categories function very similar to teaching. You will click this button, select the activity code that best represents the grant, add a description, add comments if necessary, flag it as an equity and diversity item if necessary, and add comments, describe if it has outreach, save and have another, or click save. So one note, there are certain codes, especially like the grants pending or declined, that are used in some departments, but not others. I would encourage you, especially the new faculty, to talk to your colleagues and your chairs and learn about what your unit wants to see and finds interesting on your FRPA to make sure that you're taking advantage of all of the codes that are out there. The service category, again, very similar. Add service activities by clicking on the black box. Select your activity code, add a description, the equity and diversity, and outreach. With service, again, I would recommend taking a look through the items just to make sure that you properly capture all of the various and many activities that you undertake. So lastly, there is honors, which again is these are not grants. This is honors and awards that you've gotten from various groups. So you'll see we have everything from department level all the way up to international. This information does go into a freely available awards database that you can reach via our colorado.edu/FIS page. That's colorado.edu/FIS. Lastly, works in progress, and one area that is always a source of confusion. The FRPA is for published works only. We are well aware that the standards in scholarly communication are constantly changing, especially with preprints and postprints and all the various different ways that publications are hosted on the web. But we are trying still to enforce that Cube and the FRPA are for the final published versions. So there is, under this works in progress, you'll see there is a extensive list of codes related to works in progress, including sort of the status, accepted or in press versus, just being written. And this also includes codes for both the scholarly and the creative works as well. So, we encourage you right now, this is not connected to the Cube system. If there is interest by the faculty and the departments in doing more with works in progress, please let us know at OFA faculty data. So those are all of the categories in section B. I moved very quickly through it. But again, the big things are in the scholarly and in the creative areas, having to use Cube for some of the scholarly works, as well as all of the creative works, and needing to do that import. and then making sure that works in progress go into the works in progress section. So section C, really section C is, by the time you make it to section C, you should be almost done. There is the ability to view, I'm going to start at the bottom. There's the ability, and you may want to start with this. There's the ability to view past year's FRPAs. If you want to remember how you structured things, something last year, and you're not brand new, this is a great way to refresh your memory. And then when and if you can also then use view print to take a look at this year's. View print, if you select all the boxes in the year, will actually bring up your report in a separate menu that will show how it wants to be formatted. And then if everything looks good and you've done everything, please click the complete button. From there, you'll see a warning if you haven't completed yet. If you are trying to complete your FRPA, you'll click complete and release. You'll select the units to release to, and we encourage faculty to only release their FRPA to units that they have appointments in. So if you have an appointment in a unit, please release to it, whether it's your home department or your institute department, etc. Please don't send FRPAs to units that you don't have a formal relationship with. Every year people accidentally send it to units that they don't belong, and then we have to do some cleanup. So you either double click or use the carrots to send units forward and backwards. At this point, if so desired, you can save for later, though to be honest, the FRPA Online should be saving as you go. If you are ready, you can click the Finish, Complete, and Release button. If you have completed uploading your Vita as well as your disclosures, you will be able to complete and release. So one note, if you finish your FRPA before the February 1st deadline and you think of something you had forgotten and you need to add, you do have the ability to go back and add to your FRPA. We do freeze the database in May, and because of the way your merit committees work, it is by far the best to get the information into FRPA as before the February 1st deadline. If you do happen to have to make a change, just to show you, if you add a new activity, your FRPA will reset. So if you do make any edits, you will have to go back and complete and release your FRPA again. So all right, well, that is my very quick and dirty filling out your FRPA. If you've managed to make it through this with me, thank you very much. Again, if you have any questions, I encourage you to reach out to OFA faculty data at colorado.edu. Or you can find help material at colorado.edu/FIS/FRPA. Thank you very much. And please, again, send any questions or concerns to OFA faculty data at colorado.edu.